Okay, hi, it's Eveline talking, and today I'm gonna do a remake of the video I previously made. The previous video I made was called Story of My Life, but I'm not very happy with that one, so I'm gonna remake it. Anyway, here it goes. So, ever since I was about a toddler, maybe, my parents didn't get along, and my dad had a certain way of easing the pain from his childhood, which was drinking, and that's why you should never be a parent like that, or try to ease your pain like that. You're just gonna fuck up your child's life. Anyway, when he got drunk, he'd get really abusive, and he'd abuse my mother, and sometimes us. So, I was only a little child, and I had no idea what to do. So, yeah, I felt pretty hopeless and helpless, like it was my fault. I guess you could say that's sort of why I had anxiety problems. My friends at school eventually got sick of me always being upset or just crying a lot, and that was pretty shit. But then I moved to a new school. I made some new friends there. My best friend, though, she eventually left me for popularity. I can't say that word. Yeah, she chose to be popular over me. I had two other friends there, his bed roomers, so I gave up on them, and I kept about one of my friends there, but I never really considered her a friend that much. Anyway, I started that at school in about year 3, and in about somewhere in year 4 by the time I was 10, I was sort of sexually assaulted. I wasn't actually hurt, I just woke up to it. And I just remember the next day I kept staring blankly at walls or going to my room a lot and crying. But you know, no one knows. No one notices your pain. So, I don't know why my family didn't notice. I mean, I'm a 10-year-old and I've been going into my room all day. I mean, hadn't they been hearing me crying or something? Clearly not. I've pretty much gotten over that. The only way to get over something sort of like sexual assault is you have to move on and forgive that person. I know it sounds annoying and just like you don't want to forgive that person, but it's the only way you're going to move on. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it, but it's the only way. Anyway, I stayed at that school in year 3 to 4 and 5. No. I started that school in year 4 and ended in year 5 because it only went up to year 5. Okay. And in year 6 when I started middle school. Sorry, I thought I had something coming. Anyway, in year 6 when I started middle school, I went to an all-girls school. Never got an all-girls school. I made some new friends there, and they were honestly shit. I have about one person that I actually consider my friend from that old school, and her name's Joelle. And she's really nice, so I like her. Anyway. They would run off a lot and just ditch me a lot. Like, 2 of them would stay with me, but one of them had ADHD, so she would always fight, and like, I was so tiring. So freaking tiring. And the other one was just quiet and didn't talk much. So, yeah. I met one girl there. I'm not going to give out any specific name, but I began to like her a lot, so I was still at a young age, so I really did not realize that's not what people like what society considers normal. And I didn't realise that my own mother was against that sort of stuff. But I don't actually know why, but I gave my everything for this girl. Because, you know, she had like a lot of issues, and I had never thought about my own issues as a child. I gave her my everything, and I only just wanted to see her happy. That was the shittiest idea ever. She's a bitch. I'm not ashamed to say that. She's a bitch. Anyway, I gave her my everything, and eventually we went out for the first time for like a day. I was really happy after that, and then she left me again, and I was like, wow. And by halfway through year 7 at my new school, you could say, I started to sort of judge my eating habits and the way I looked and everything. And I eventually formed an eating disorder. My first plan was sort of to just cut out as much as I ate. You never want to do that? I eventually stopped eating altogether. I got upset all the time. Like, I started to get this just cutting feeling in my chest. This horrible cutting feeling. And eventually, I actually cut myself. So, it sort of became an addiction after that. My parents really didn't notice at first, but after a while my dad noticed, and he sent me to the hospital. They found the scars on my arms. The freaking doctor rubbed his fingers across my arm. I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that? But yeah, they diagnosed me with depression and an eating disorder, self-harm issues, and suicidal thoughts. Yeah. So they sent me to a counsellor from there. I don't know if this is just me, but counsellors honestly don't help, and I'm still seeing one. It doesn't help, it just makes it worse. You sort of just like realize your problems and how bad everything's gotten. Sorry, my nose is annoying me. Yeah, so that doesn't help. And I went out with this girl again. We both had eating disorders when we were dating. So I'd be an up and off thing of trying to get each other to eat, or trying to get each other not to hurt each other. Apparently I'm a terrible girlfriend. Sorry. So she left me, and I just got really upset. And my mom started yelling at me that, like, I was a failure. I don't know how to say that word. I was only good at hurting people, and I failed. That doesn't help a child with sheer anxiety and an eating disorder. I don't know what goes through my mother's head. to the point where I just became a stubborn child, and I was always like angry and upset, so my attitude would wear off on others, and it mainly went off on my mum, so she started to slap me and, kicking and choking and stuff, abuse. She refused to say she was abusing me. My dad didn't believe me. My dad had already abused me as a child, so I don't know what the fuck was going through his head. My older sister was just uptight, so she did a couple of times as well. They all told me I was a horrible child and only good at hurting people. And I remember one night I decided to try and overdose. It was a shitty idea. And I have a blanket now because I'm cold. Anyway, it was a truly shitty idea. I spoke to a really good friend of mine called Tyler, and he just sort of stopped me. So, but about a fortnight or something later, I tried to kill myself again. I was literally, I never got to it, but I was quite close to cutting my veins open, and it hurt to breathe, to be honest. Like, every time I was breathing, it felt like I was being cut in the chest. Once again, Tyler stopped me, so I have to thank him a lot, so thank you for that. Then just one night, I was at my dad's house, and my boyfriend at the time had been ignoring me, and he was busy playing with my brother. I was sitting in my room crying, and I could hear my dad laughing, my boyfriend, my brother, and his friends laughing, and it just it felt absolutely pointless, and I just kept crying, and I lost sight of myself. That night, and I just kept crying for help, but no one came. But still, on that night, I decided not to do anything stupid. I decided to not try and kill myself this time again. I didn't bother Tyler this time. I just wrapped myself up in my blanket and decided to try and talk to people. First, I tried to talk to my dad. I asked him when I was going to see my counselor next, and he said, I don't know why. And I was going through the door, and I just shut it for a bit, and he opened it again, and I'm just like, it doesn't matter. You could hear from my shaky voice that I was crying, but he didn't do anything. So I went to my brother's room, and I was wrapped up in my blanket. I sort of just cried in the blanket silently so no one noticed, and the only person that spoke to me was my boyfriend. He asked me to help me with the phone fixing, and as I was helping him, he asked me what was wrong, and I just replied with nothing. I should have said something, but I didn't, and yeah. But I found it in myself on that night and every other night to just not give up. Okay, just don't give up. And I've found someone in my life now that makes me happy, and I finally found a reason to live. I've started getting over my problems. It's gonna take a very long time, I know, but they're getting better. And honestly, anxiety is a lifelong problem, and what I mean by that is you're always gonna have a little bit of anxiety, but it's not gonna be anywhere near as bad. So yeah. I've started eating again, even though every day I still look in the mirror and all I see is fat, but that's just me. I haven't actually been suicidal in a long time, so that's been good. The ways I've sort of dealt with everything is just to sort of believe in myself and just not give up. Even if counselling or anything didn't help, nothing at all, no one notices anything. I've decided to not give up. And I haven't hurt myself in a couple of months, even though the scars are still healing, but that's all I can really say. Just believe in yourself, alright? Stop caring so much about what others think. Just enjoy your life while you can, okay? Because one day you're going to look back and you realize you've wasted your life on pointless stuff. Others' opinions, they really don't matter, okay? Alright? And who are they to say that you're not beautiful because of standards society put out? Just boys and girls. No one thing can define beauty, because just because someone says you should look a certain way and then you will actually be good looking or attractive, it doesn't make it the truth, okay? So, yeah. Alright, bye. Peace out.